Do you want to know why it's not just businesses that marketing is vitally important for? It's your everyday life as well. Let's find out. Welcome back. Hi, good stuff. Subscribe. If you haven't, I'd love you to. Right, lots of clapping, lots of energy, because I'm ridiculously tired, sleepy, drained. Not much sleep last night, but all good. Kind of keeping in theme with everything on the channel, with personal development and inspiration and kind of encouraging you to live that great life and profit from your passion. I'm going to kind of pull in from other areas of my experience, i.e. marketing and online marketing, and how actually living a great life and marketing are kind of nicely joined. Very David Brent there. They're very much joined, and learning basics of marketing can actually help you to have an amazing life. So let's see what I'm talking about. Marketing. You probably know lots about marketing or nothing about marketing.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. When it comes down to marketing, it's often confused with sales. They're kind of related, obviously, but they are quite different things. Sales is transactional. You give something to someone, they give you money. That's sales. And then selling, you have a salesman who goes out and sells things and makes commission or makes money, whatever. Marketing is more the sort of promotion of the idea of the product or the company or yourself, as I'll get to, rather than the actual transaction. Marketing enables the sales. Advertising is part of marketing. Kind of want to get to a couple of important points. I see this so often, and particularly in the last year for sure. You start a business because you hopefully have a passion for that thing, whether it's photography or cooking or accountancy, whatever it may be. But you start the business because you've got a skill or knowledge of that thing, and that's all good. You might start kind of getting a bit more traction, and you might then quit your day job because you're going for it. And at some point, there's a sort of a plateau because things are building up, word of mouth, that kind of thing. But then it sort of hits a plateau of a certain level, and then depending on the type of service or product or whatever it is you're doing, there may be a seasonality to it as well. But you kind of hit a plateau, and that plateau may not be enough to pay your bills, your living expenses, because the idea was you're kind of projecting it's going to grow, and therefore you're going to take a hit in the short term, but the idea in the medium to long term you're going to be making more. All good. But if it plateaus off for a period of time, the danger is then you're actually earning less than your expenses. So technically you have negative cash flow, and that's the thing that kills pretty much all businesses when you've got negative cash flow. What? Because you can't keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing, because at some point the bank's going to go,
no sir, I don't like it.
Often this is called by a lack of or very bad marketing for the business, and that comes from a lack of knowledge of it, which is, fine. Not everyone has knowledge of marketing. But worse, and this is the kind of real dangerous thing, a lack of interest or desire to do some marketing for the business. Because there's always this thing, that's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me money to do that. And no, I don't have the funds to do that, etc. Or I don't understand it, etc., etc. Lots of excuses. You're the accountant, you're the chef, you're the photographer. You know about your thing. That's it. You don't know about marketing and advertising, all that stuff. And you believe it's cost money. It can cost money, depending obviously what you're doing, but there are a ton of free ways to do it. But the important thing is to do something, because if not, the business is going to go out and then sort of plateau off and then start to fade away. And ultimately, yes, it might be some spend on some part of marketing, but if you get to a certain period of time and your business is on its arse and dies, and you have to then go and get a job, then what's the cost? Huge. One cost of your dream, one cost of perhaps the time and money you've spent on equipment and that sort of thing that you have to then sell, much less than you paid for it, that sort of thing. So ultimately there's a big cost if you don't. And it just pains me, and it just really frustrates me and upsets me to see so many people doing exactly this same thing. If you don't know what it is, which I don't expect you to do, ask. It's the internet. The internet has got everything you could possibly want. And it's such a shame. We then come back to the fact that you're not willing to kind of do anything to kind of get your business going, might mean that actually you're not that passionate about it. What? Possibly, I don't know. It's one of those things that frustrates me, and I know it's a fault of mine, kind of, come on, you know, you can't help everyone. No, anyway, different subject. This kind of idea of marketing is so vital for any business, not just big businesses, small businesses. It's hugely important across all businesses. Learning a few basic marketing fundamentals will greatly help you to kind of not plateau off, or for the business to fall on its arse, basically. And you know, there's so many simple things to do, and it's not about money. It really is not about money. Yes, you can spend tons of money on ads and things like that. That's obviously the ultimate situation. But without that first piece, it's hard to kind of get. To me, it's obvious. I think it's very, very obvious that the internet is the way. It takes where you are locally, and you can make your business international. So many people don't take advantage of the internet, and they go, okay, well, I'll set up a Facebook page. Great, nothing wrong with that. And that's then their website. No, that's not your website, because you don't own Facebook. If Facebook shut down tomorrow, you've lost your website. But the point is use the internet for the good of your business, whether it's a bricks and mortar local business or a sort of an internet-based business, doesn't matter. Use the internet, it's there. It's effectively free to a degree. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Use it. Don't sort of think, oh, I'll get some leaflets printed and hand them out. The return on investment, ROI, of leaflets is just, no one looks at leaflets anymore because it's not effective. It's really not effective. And so having leaflets printed is just ridiculous, to be blunt. Spend the time and money on something that's actually effective. And if you don't know what is effective, ask someone who does. There's enough people on the internet, there's enough people around who can help you, often for free. There's YouTube, for God's sake. You know, you could look at so many resources. And so that's another reason why I want to put this course that I'm finally going to get to do, because it's about taking your passion from like the idea stage and being able to monetize it. And part of that process is marketing, is kind of promotion of the thing. And it's not about cost, it's about just doing it properly, just doing simple fundamental things that will get you the results that you kind of need to then build and build and build. It will be out soon, I promise. It will be there soon.
One eternity later.
How can marketing and all this kind of business stuff help you to live a good life? How the two joined? Well, it's a lot closer than you may think, because something you may have heard me talking about before, a thing called personal brand. How does that come into when you don't have a business? It's kind of exactly the same. So when you think about it, personal branding isn't just for business, it's personal branding. I suppose another way to say it is, could be like reputation, but it's the same thing. Your brand, whether that's you or a huge organization, is not the logo or the catchphrase or anything like that. The brand is how it's perceived, how it is sort of living its life as a thing. It's how it just goes through life. And if you think you as a person as opposed to a company, you also kind of go through life, and you do things and you don't do things. If you sort of swap the word brand with reputation, then it probably makes more sense from a personal point of view. With the internet and social media, etc., we as people are kind of much more, if you want, like global than years ago, where you were just in your own town, and you were only ever global if you were, you know, a rock star or a film star or someone, you know, hugely famous kind of thing. The only way you could transcend the locality of it is by being in a global kind of market. But nowadays, with, you know, look at even a simple thing like Facebook, Instagram, it's global. So you can put something on one of those platforms and someone in another country can see it.
Hi.
You haven't promoted it to them, but they can see it because it's on the internet. As such, it's vital to just to think about that and think about the whole concept a little bit more and a little bit bigger, because the internet is the internet, and reality is that anything that goes onto the internet is kind of there forever. I'm not kind of doing some sort of scaremongering about, you know,
don't upload anything to the internet or anything like that.
It's so easy to put things out and publish things on the internet and not really think about sort of wider implications. So if you take away any thoughts or any of that concept about business, we're just talking about people living their lives, they've got a job, whatever it may be, and just standard, non-business type stuff. You could be sort of uploading some pictures and fun nights out, whatever, or complaining about something, the traffic and all that. That's all there. Now, more and more companies, they do an internet search. So when they're recruiting, they get CVs and get information through. They'll do a quick Google search to see if anything crops up. I mean, to be fair, why wouldn't you? It's there, why not find out? And suddenly, your whole sordid life appears to your prospective employer not so good. Because your CV may be glowing, but a little bit of Google search and it could show up a whole different side of you. It's not difficult to work out how the knock-on effects of that. You don't get the call back for the interview. And this sort of thing, because very easy, a quick Google search, you can find out lots of things easily. I said it's not about not posting stuff, but it's about just being a bit more aware of what you're doing and what you kind of put out there. It's not about going, okay, that's it, I'm never going to put anything out there, or I'm only going to upload kind of this false life, back to like I was saying the other day about having this facade. Online persona is one thing, but my real life is something else. No, because that's ridiculous. Be your best self always. If you want to be perceived as a nice person, a good person, a genuine, honest, truthful person, crazy idea, be a nice, truthful, honest, generous, good person. Don't be some around and everyone off in the background, but then putting this lovely, clean persona online. Just be yourself. Be the good person. If you are genuinely an arsehole and you're proud of being that, and you are putting that out, then almost kind of like fair play, but be aware that that's going to f*** up things for you down the line somewhere, because someone's going to find that and go, no. And I would imagine, particularly if you're watching this channel, that you're probably a decent person and a good person and an honest, truthful person. And so why not be like that always? We all complain about stuff at some point. Even unicorns and rainbows me. I have a good old moan, like I actually am moaning now. It's not about not moaning or not having an opinion. Don't be so bland and vanilla that you're so like got no opinion. Have an opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be such a dick about it. Having an opinion is nothing wrong with that. If you can explain yourself in an eloquent way without just being an absolute dick, there's nothing wrong with an opinion. That's completely fine. That's not the point here. The point is, be aware that how you carry yourself is your brand. And so whether that's in real life or online, that's your brand. And so people after a while will kind of know you as that person. And if you're living this duality, this kind of facade online and completely different to your real life, a little bit of Google searching or anything like that will soon make the whole thing come crashing down and make you look so false and so untrustworthy. And I said it not just in jobs. Nowadays with internet dating or online dating, if you get a name of someone, you're going to Google them. Why wouldn't you Google them?
Hey, baby, would you like to be touched?
Just to see, if they are as they say. It'd be like ridiculous not to. The option's there. Why not find out everything you can for your own safety and, happiness, basically. Just be aware that your brand and the marketing of you, i.e. how you put yourself out there in the world, and it's not just online, it's how you speak to people, how you deal with people, how you deal with people in arguments and deal with people who cut you up in traffic. You never know, you really never know. Or that person could be online and then seeing it and, it's just be mindful of what you're doing in life and the effect it has and the ripple effect down the line in the future as well, not just kind of in the present time. And so that kind of concept of marketing yourself and being aware of what you're doing, simple as that. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today. I've kind of gone on way too long than I wanted to, but hopefully you got some value from this and just kind of understanding the idea that just marketing is not just for business, it's actually for you as well, for personally, and just how you carry yourself in everyday life is vital for your success in whatever that is, whether that's in relationship success or getting a job success or business success, and happiness. Because if you are just that consistent person all the way through real life or home life, work life, friend life, online life, and it's all the same person, one, it's so damn easy to live because there's no pretense. You're just living your life. It's just better. People trust you more. And I said, I know this, I keep banging on about this sort of last couple of weeks. everything's kind of been all up in the air. But I can't help but think that, you know, me kind of being the same everywhere has sort of led to that sort of series of events for this whole kind of thing to happen, which I'm very grateful for. And I think it's almost like paying off, and I'm sort of seeing the payoff for that. So yeah, from personal experience, I totally recommend it. If you did get some value from this, don't forget to hit that like button so it's nice and blue. Don't forget, as always, to subscribe. It'll be amazing. Thank you everyone who has subscribed so far. 193 at the moment, nearly to that 200. So if you haven't subscribed and you are enjoying the channel, you're getting value from the content, please smash that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. And for now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. Remember, live your best life and profit from that passion. See you next time. Bye bye.